What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Dealers Auto Auction here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. So this is one that I've never driven before and I want to try it out. It's a 2019 Acura TLX SH. I don't know what all of that means, but this is a good looking car with 63,000 miles on the odometer. It's still a relatively new car. It is all-wheel drive and the miles are relatively decent, I think. It's a really nice metallic black. The tires look brand new. It's got chrome in all of the right places, down low, not too much, you know what I mean? Kind of subtle, but I think it looks really good. This is a sharp car. You got these crazy Acura projection LED headlights. Look at it. It almost looks like a bug in the front. Lots of sharp angles. That's a good looking car right there, guys. And I haven't even seen the interior yet. All I can tell you is that from the outside, this thing actually looks really nice. Let's open the doors, take a peek at the back, and a sniff test. Yeah, it's you know, it needs, I'd ozone this. So many of these cars just have these weird, bizarre fragrances. Some of them give me a headache. I don't know. Like I'm fairly sensitive to strong odors, and I don't want to say this one smells bad. It's just got it's a funky smell. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I wouldn't want to daily drive it like this. But I mean, it's clean. Let's close that because it feels like it's 100 degrees out here today. Oklahoma's about to get down into the 30s, so we're going to be getting very cold. I've got to take a trip to Indiana, and you guys have been bugging me like crazy for an Indiana trip video. I got to see if Monkey Wrench Mike is down to go with me, and we got to figure out what to do with that F350, and there's a lot. And it's going to, in fact, Indiana is going to be in the 20s, so it's going to be getting really cold up there. Big difference from today, that's for sure. So let's pop the hood, let's see what it's working with. I don't know anything about Acuras, like nothing at all. So it's a, that looks like a Honda 3.5 liter V6 to me. I could be wrong. Let's take a look up here and see what it says. Oh, yep, it is a 3.5 liter Honda. I mean Acura, sorry. In case you didn't know, they're the same car. Acura is like the upscale version, you know, of Honda. Just like Lexus is to Toyota. It's still a Toyota. It's just, you know, a little sleeker package, maybe some nicer options, but really overall it's the exact same vehicle. We have cooled seats, which is really nice. Let's turn on the air conditioning. We'll turn it on 70. Air conditioned seats seem to work. We've got some nice displays. You've got your audio display here. You've got your navigation right there, which is probably more than nav. I'd be willing to bet that you've got some car settings and stuff on that screen as well. And then you've got kind of old school gauges. They're not digital, all analog. 89 miles of range. I know these 3.5 engines, they're pretty quick, guys. Naturally aspirated, but these things get down. They really do. This is a nice, comfortable place to be. Let's buckle up and take it for a ride. All right, so I reached down to grab the shifter, and I quickly realized there's no shifter. It's these. I hate these. I really do. Comment below, please. Comment below if you hate these weird buttons as much as I do. What happened to an old gear selector? You know, I understand in a car like this, you wouldn't have one up here, but I would take it. I would take one of the old school shifters up here over this weird layout, man. Everybody's doing it. You know, Ford, Lincoln's doing it, GM's doing it, Honda's doing it, everybody's doing it. Leaves me wondering if this 2019 Honda has a CVT transmission too. We're gonna find that out because I don't know. I have no idea if we got a CVT. I'm waiting for this Dodge to pass us here, and then we're gonna head out. We're parked right next to whatever this thing is next to me. I don't know. It's white. Behind me is the Jaguar, and behind that is a Toyota. So we'll want to come back down this row and park it. Please have a regular transmission. Please don't be a CVT. Brakes feel good. No warning lights on the dash. Air conditioning is cold. Air conditioned seats feel really nice. I'm very surprised at how luxurious and comfortable this car is, and I'm not exaggerating at all. Like, this is sorry, some of the people just, they don't drive well out here. You know, they pull out in front of you, then they just stop and sit there, and it's like, oh yeah. Anyway, very comfortable car. It's very luxurious. The seats, it's hard to believe that this is a Honda, to be completely honest with you. This is a very, very nice place to be. Let's get on the gas. Yeah, it shifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 60 miles an hour, not a problem for the Acura. Brakes feel phenomenal. Steering wheel stays straight. No vibrations, no noises, no pulsating, nothing. It's just a phenomenal driving experience. Yeah, it's not going to win you any awards for beauty or speed, 0 to 60s, anything like that, but it'll definitely get out of its own way without a problem, and you'll feel very confident driving this, getting on the highway, merging, you know, changing lanes, not a problem. Passing, it'll absolutely do it. Let's give it the beans. And again, plenty of test track left. Plenty. I like this. This would be a great commuter car. I know the fuel economy probably isn't going to be the best from a big V6, but I'd sacrifice fuel economy for this. I like this car. I really like this car. This is a good one. All right, I'm going to put this back in its spot, and I'll have to take a picture of the sticker over there, since my well, unfortunately, my Black Book Cherries is not functioning, so I can't just click and get all the information I need. It's not working that way today, so I take a picture of it, and I'll have to go home and research all of this stuff when I get back to the house. But either way, I like this car, and I'm fairly confident that this is not a car that's going to break the bank. Let's see if we can put her back in her parking spot. This guy over here is over his line a little bit, so it's going to force me to probably be over my line just a little bit too. I want to keep a respectable distance between this car and that one. Don't want anybody banging into them. Anyway, I like the car. What do you guys think of the TLX? How about a 2003 Toyota MR2 Spider with 81,000 miles on the odometer? Beautiful blue. Definitely looks like some kind of a bug. Boy, back in the day, auto manufacturers were doing all kinds of interesting, creative, and unique things to make their cars stand out. And this, maybe, and the Fiero are kind of the epitome of that. It's too bad they're not really doing anything like that today. All cars pretty much just look the same, and they're all bubbly and curvy, or they're angular, and that's pretty much it. Something like this, though, man, auto manufacturers need to get back to this. People want different. People want unique. Sure, a lot of people want just plain Jane, simple, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there that would be in a hurry to buy something different. Just make something unique. Let's climb in and see what this is all about. Oh, don't tell me it's dead. It's dead. Well, it also smells like, it smells like, I don't know, cornflakes and vomit mixed with a little bit of urine. It smells awful. It smells really awful. That's a shame. What an interesting transmission, too. Take a look at this. You've got this Sport Plus minus over, and then it goes into neutral and reverse. Unfortunately, maybe because it's off. No, maybe because it's dead. It doesn't actually do anything. It's a bizarre transmission. As far as popping the hood, well, that's in the back, and then it's got like a trunk in the front. A front trunk. I was really hoping that we'd be able to fire this up, maybe check it out a little bit, but I guess that's not going to happen. There's your little bitty Toyota engine. I don't know what it is. Probably like a 2.5 or something like that. No, 3. It's a 1.8. I was wrong. I was way off. It's actually much smaller. It looks bigger. This looks more like a 2+ liter. 1.8. Yeah, well, dang it. I thought this would be a fun one to take for a test drive because I've never driven one. I really wanted to, and genuinely, I'm interested in the little car, assuming it doesn't go for a whole lot of money, but I've seen some of these, they can go for crazy money. Maybe we can drive this one. It's a 2011 535 Xi BMW with 216,000 miles on the odometer. Number one, it's a little bit older. The car is 12 plus years old. It's got high miles. This is something I could probably afford. If you don't know about the 35s, whether it's a 1, 3, 5, these engines get it. They really do. So it's got some M Sport wheels. Tires look like to have good tread. We're gonna take a look at the interior here in a minute. The body's got plenty of, you know, it's old, it's rough. It's got scuffs and scratches and actually this tire does not look so good. No, that tire is pretty well worn out. Let's take another look. Lots of rock chips in the front. I mean, the car really could use a complete repaint. Yeah, I think we've got a bunch of mismatched tires. Bridgestone, Michelin, yeah, whatever. It's gonna be cheap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. The unlock button, I think, is in the center somewhere, like right there. It's got power. It is hot in this car. Looks like it's probably got a real M package, appearance package. It's got the sill plates, it's got the M steering wheel. Fake carbon fiber lip on the back. I'm surprised with 200,000 miles this still works. That's honestly pretty impressive. I'm gonna open these doors. The car is just scratched and scuffed everywhere. I'm gonna let the breeze get through here because the interior of this car is about 450 degrees. And I'm not joking, it is, it's really hot, very hot. Interior actually looks pretty good, guys. It seems like it's in pretty decent shape. It's an old car and it's got some miles on it. So this is one that I think we could afford. I'm gonna pop the hood. Let's take a quick peek under there. See if there's a bunch of oil leaking all over the place, which honestly wouldn't surprise me if there was. I like this car. It's big, kind of beefy. These engines are pretty crazy too. Looks like this one's stock. You'll see a lot of people put a little bit of money into these, man, and these things, they're already quick. But you go with a bigger downpipe, better flowing exhaust, these things will move. It doesn't take much to pull some real horsepower out of these engines. Looks good, man. Let me make sure it's closed. Is it? Yeah, there we go. Let's see if it fires up. I like this. And I would not hesitate to put a bid on this if this thing runs and drives right. Ooh. Please clear up. That doesn't sound good. Drivetrain malfunction. Drive moderately. Maximum output is not available. And the check engine light just started flashing. Come on. Well, you can't win them all, you know. Someone's got the air conditioning on like 83. Let's try out the AC, make sure it's cold. There you go, quick, just like that. AC is cold. Important window works. Come on, come on. It does smell like weed in here. Less important window works. You know, it's a little rough, and it's running. I don't know. The misfire seems to come and go. It's back now. No. Well, I mean, it could be something simple. Could be a fuel injector. Could be a coil. Fouled out spark plug with 200,000 miles. Maybe a spark plug that's gapped wrong because it's never been changed in its life. I don't know. Or it could be something serious. You could have low compression. You could have a blown head gasket. Got a cracked or broken ring landing. It's super hard to say. You know, you can't really diagnose these things just sitting here looking at them. So here's what I do, and I recommend you do the same. Obviously, we're not going to drive it. I don't want to hurt the car. If it was mine, that's a different story. I'd get in it and I'd drive it. I wouldn't care. But this is not my car. And I try to say what? What the hell? Okay. Anyway, I try to be respectful of other people's property. I don't want to cause any more damage to it. So since it's not mine, I'm not going to take it on the test drive and romp on it or anything. What I will do is I will bid on it as if it's got a bad engine, you know? That way, if it is something serious, I've already planned for that and it's not going to hurt me. I definitely don't want to overpay and tell myself that it's something simple when in reality it could be something very serious. How about this pearl color? I've told you guys before, I'm not a big fan of silver, but this is not silver. I mean, it is, but it's not. It really all depends on what direction you're looking at the car. Like right now, it's kind of silver, but as you start getting the sunlight into it, it turns into a yellowish green. Oh man. Yeah, oh wow, look at that. Look at that color. And I mean, it's all about how you look at it. And walking this way, look how it changes back to silver again, right? You tell me that is not a beautiful, beautiful color. Yeah, I like this. I'm a sucker for an old Cadillac. It's an 06. It's probably got a ton of miles. It's a North Star engine, so it's probably got a blown head gasket or pulled head studs. That's just the nature of the beast with these things. This is a Cadillac DTS 06. I don't know. I keep thinking that in 06, supposedly, they fixed the head stud problem. I don't think they actually did. I really don't. But that's what I hear. What I hear is somewhere around 06 and up, the head stud problem, blown head gaskets, etc., was a thing of the past. But I'm just telling you guys from personal experience, I do not believe that's actually the case. It looks nice. It does. It's got, you know, decent tires. They're Mastercraft LSRs. The paint, you know, a few scuffs here and there, but I mean overall it looks pretty good. It really does. And these things don't generally age well. I didn't look at the mileage. If I did, I don't remember it. But it doesn't look like it's got a ton of miles on it. I'd guess maybe 100, 120 tops. I'm probably wrong, but we'll find out in a second. Heated seats. We won't need that today, that's for sure. Let's see what the mileage is on the odometer here.
A bigger, better retirement with less money?
No, we will not. All right, 101. I was right on the money. Right on the money. 101,000 miles. Let's see what lights come on. Nothing? There's no lights? No warning lights at all. Fired up on its own without a jump start. Air conditioning just kicked on. It's cold, like instantly cold. Very nice. No cracked windows. Headliner. Yep, it's got one. Let's adjust this seat. I need to sit up a little more. This one's kind of leaned down a little too much. There we go. All right, let's check the steering wheel. I guess that's a little much. Let's go down just a tad bit. Does it have gas? It does. It's got 3/4 of a tank. Well, you guys can probably not even really see it. Important window? Yes. Less important window? Let's pop the hood. Give it a little rev. Sounds good. Brakes feel good. Steering seems like it's all right. Pop the hood. Take a look. See what she's got going on under there. We'll look for any smoke, any coolant pouring out somewhere. You know, all the normal stuff for a North Star engine. But these North Stars, though, I can tell you this: when they run right, man, it's like a Mercedes. You could balance a nickel on top of these engines, man. They are so smooth, so responsive, lots of torque. This thing runs perfect. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I've got no worries about this car at all, and that scares me because I know better. I know better. I should definitely be concerned about this car, and I'm not. So let me buckle up. Let's take this one for a run. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. Just try to remember we parked right next to this brown Buick. That shouldn't be too hard to remember. On row F. Can I clear it? Yes, I can. All right. Let's see how it does. Oh, it is so smooth, guys. Wow. Brakes, phenomenal. This, I know, it's a grandma car and a grandpa car. I don't care. I just don't. One of the things that I notice is, as I get older, I care less about what people think. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy when people see me driving something cool and, you know, they thumbs up or they wave or something. Yeah, I love that. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love someone appreciating your car? That's great, but at the end of the day, I don't care if someone's going to laugh because, oh, look at that guy driving that Cadillac. Is he like 80? I don't care, man. I don't. If I find a car that I like and enjoy, I'm going to drive it, and it doesn't matter to me what other people think. All right, let's get it to the test track where we can finally test out this transmission and see if it's got all of its gears. All right, see what it does. Oh. Okay, so a couple things. Suspension did not feel very good. Can we make it? We'll make it. Yeah. So the suspension, the steering did not feel good. The pickup from this was super slow. It was very lethargic. I find that interesting because there's no check engine light on the dash. But it didn't. I've had plenty of North Stars, guys, and I mean, they get it. They're not crazy fast, but they get it. Let's give it some throttle and see what you guys think. Oh. See, it kind of bogged. It's fine once it gets into the RPMs. There's almost 60, and then the brakes are very shaky. Very, very shaky. So, it's anemic. It's definitely a little bit anemic. Definitely going to have some warped rotors. I can feel that. Probably a little bit of suspension work. Maybe my guess just off the bat would be some worn tie rods. Nothing too serious, nothing crazy, but maybe just needs a tune-up. Like I said, there's no check engine light on, but I'm telling you, when you're first getting on it, so lethargic until it starts building RPMs. Once it starts getting into the RPMs, it takes off. It's got good power. It's just getting it there. It takes a little while. I don't know, guys. If this one goes like super cheap, then I'll be happy to take a risk on it. But just right off the top, like if it goes for any kind of decent money at all, this is not one I'm going to be interested in. I'm going to park it and we'll go look for something else. And I found something. Jessica calls these kitty cat cars. It's a Jaguar, and this is one of the ones that she really, really likes, the F-Pace. Now, there's so many different versions of this. They've got some real sporty ones. This is a 3.0T all-wheel drive, so it's relatively quick. The Jaguar 3.0s, it's a pretty impressive engine. This has good tires. In the back, what are we working with back here? I can't see with my sunglasses on. Nanking in the back. The front are different. The front is Pirelli, good tread on that side. The body looks pretty good. Some scuffs and scrapes and scratches. Over here we've got a Pirelli and hopefully a Nanking on the back as well. Yes. So, you know, not matching, but at least it's in pairs. Definitely, you know, the body's got some scuffs and scrapes and scratches and things of that nature. Interior, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Now, I've told her that, you know, these are nice. The problem is once they're out of warranty, they start really costing you money. You know, it's a complicated situation if you're wanting one of these, because you either have to go to the Jag dealership and buy one of these brand new and pay an arm and a leg for it, and then get hit with tons of depreciation. You know, basically losing your behind on one of these. Or you have to wait until they come down in value, let somebody else take the depreciation hit, and buy one used. At which point, then you can get hit with thousands and thousands of dollars in repair bills. So, I guess either way you look at it, it's probably not an ideal situation. This one's got over 80,000 miles on the odometer. It looks like somebody's definitely been under the hood of this. 85,000. There's a lot of, I don't know what happened here. Things hit this windshield all over the place and just shattered it. I'm sure that's an expensive windshield. You've got your turbocharger right there. It's a little bitty thing, honestly. It's a pretty small turbo. There's a bolt missing from right here. This is supposed to sit up and attach, and it does not. And you know, I kind of thought this was a V6. This is not a V6. Oh, this is a 2.0 liter. I thought this was the 3-liter twin turbo V6. No, this is it's like an EcoBoost. It's what it's like. It's a little 2-liter. See, this is not something that she would want. She wouldn't want one of these little turbo 4s. She would definitely, at a minimum, want a V6. Let's turn that down. We don't want to get demonetized. Oh, it's out of gas, but it has 58 miles of range, so it'd be enough to test drive it. Service required, and please refuel. It's got a weird exhaust note. It almost sounds like there's something wrong with the exhaust. That can't be normal. Hear that? Wow. I mean, it kind of sounds good. I don't know. Let's go back there. Let's do. I think somebody chopped off part of the exhaust. Is what I think. Because there's no. Oh yeah. Wow. No, that's not normal. That's not normal. Yeah, from back here, that sounds absolutely horrible. Yeah, I'll agree with her. I mean, I'm not really a Jaguar guy. It's not really my thing. You guys notice I don't buy very many of them. It's pretty rare. But I'll be the first to admit, the F-Pace is pretty nice. Yeah, it's very roomy. It is super comfortable. The leather seats feel nice. We'll have to check it out and see how it rides. Yeah, this is a nice place to be. I'm just curious how this little 4-cylinder is going to handle. And what is S? Is that sport? Drive? Snow? I don't know. We'll just put it in drive, and we do have it in sport mode, track mode. So we'll see how that does. Let's see if we can pull out of here. We're parked right next to this white Dodge, whatever it is. Dodge Journey, I think is what it is. So we'll want to come back in from that row so we can park it a little bit better. We'll come down next to where all these trucks are. Let's take it out for its first spin here. Oh. Okay, so the suspension, the front end is a little... You see that? The steering kind of jumps around a little bit. All right, that's something to be aware of. They probably cut the resonators from the exhaust, or they cut the mufflers. I don't know. The exhaust is not supposed to sound that way. Maybe if you put it in track mode, but in regular mode, there's no way. Let me change it. Let's put it in eco. There it is, eco mode. It still sounds the same. So yeah, somebody did some exhaust modifications. The front end does not feel right. We're probably not going to bring this one up to speed, guys. Brakes are fine. I just don't like the way that front end feels. Let's get it on the track. Yeah, there's something wonky going on with this front end. Just give it a little gas, see how it does, how it feels. It sounds like crap. There's 50. We got it to 50, no problem. You know, the steering, it steers. It's just, you can feel that it's loose. You know what I mean? There's something something's a little loose up there. Spin this bad boy around. We'll give it a little more throttle this time, now that I'm a little more comfortable with it. It's a 4-cylinder. What do you... Oh, it's... Was that auto start stop? Oh, I hate that. I thought it just died. God, I was... Don't do that. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, that's... You know, it got up to 60. There's still plenty of track left, so, you know, I mean, you can't really say too much negative about it. It goes. If it was me, and I know my fiance, this would not work for her. She needs something with more get up and go than this, and I do too. With it being a 4-cylinder though, I feel like the maintenance cost will be a lot less than if you're working with a twin turbo V6. I've told you guys, they make some of these they're pretty aggressive. I don't know the specific designations, but they do have some of these that are really, really aggressive. They may even have a V8 in one of them. I can't remember, but you know, you start getting into that stuff, and if you're buying it used, it's on you. You know, and the more horsepower you got, the more turb skis you got, the more money it's going to cost you at the dealership to fix it when it breaks. All right, I've got one more that I want to look at here, and then I think I'm going to call it a day because it is getting a little late. It's after 3:30, and that is this little Audi TT. I don't know why, but I've always liked these little cars. This one, I can tell from a distance, has been rode hard and put away wet, for sure. It's a 2000 with 135,000 miles. Somebody plasti-dipped the rims and then tried to unplasti-dip them, and it didn't work out very well. The clear coat is trash. It's gone. Yeah, this is rough. But I specialize in rough cars. You know why? Because they're cheap. It gives me the ability to afford something that normally I probably wouldn't have been able to afford, and enjoy something that normally I wouldn't have been able to have ever had. The wheels say Bond Sport. They're Ironman tires, it looks like, and it looks like they got relatively good tread. 235 ZR19s, awful big wheels. This car looks like it's sitting plenty low to the ground, at least in the back. Has me a little concerned. Yeah, so there's the name on the wheel, BAHNSPORT, Bond Sport. I don't know. This tire is, you know, it's got a lot of dry rotting. Ironman fenders pushed in. This is, like I said, you can just tell, rode hard and put away wet. However, it's got 4 tires. They all match. It's got 4 wheels. And it looks like, assuming it'll even start, this could potentially... This could potentially drive down the road, maybe? Let's take a look. It is a manual transmission. Thank you. Very low in the back on this side. Let's see if it's the same way over here. It is. So the back sits... To me, that looks unusually low. It's suspicious, in my opinion. It does have power. Let's pop the hood. Oh, wow. And there's your custom headliner right there. Boy, that's something. That is something. Back seats that are unusable. This is a car that should have just been made into a roadster, 2-seater. There's no way you're putting people in that back seat, you know. Maybe put your dog back there, I guess. There's your little 5-valve turbo. I was hoping for the, what is it, the VR6? Is that what they put in these? I don't know, but that's the one I was hoping for. It does have an interstate battery though. And then you got this ripped, completely disintegrated boot. Thankfully, it's pre-mass airflow sensor. So you're not getting unmetered air past the mass airflow sensor unless it's ripped somewhere in the back, and it probably is. You got a AutoZone special Spectre air filter. Yeah, this is, I don't know. We'll see if it runs. This one's really rough. Like, this is not something you have to worry about going for a lot of money, because it's not going to, which is perfect. Ow, damn it! I just hit my freaking head getting in here. That really hurt. That actually That actually hurt. Well, it fires up. Check engine lights on. I think I hear a turbocharger squealing. That doesn't sound very good. Oh, it's got half a tank of gas. No, that's not a turbo. That's some weird dinging noise. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that's coming from. Doesn't sound good though. Not at all. Let me lower this seat down. It's way too high, and that's why I bashed my head against the ceiling. Let's turn this on. We'll see if the air conditioning works. I'm sure it doesn't. S-Line. And then you got this Sony Explode stereo under there. Do we not have a... No, I don't think we got air conditioning, guys. I don't. You can turn your traction control off right there. Looks like you got some heated seats, which we don't need any of that. Not today. Well, I was hopeful for that air conditioning, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see if it's got a clutch. It does have a clutch. Does it have a reverse lockout of some sort? Yes, it does. Reverse. I don't know, guys. You know, the clutch feels good. Trans feels decent. I don't think the e-brake works. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. AC does not work. Let's check the windows. Where are the windows? Where's the windows? Great. Oh, right there. I can't roll the windows down. That one works. That one does not. So, oh, wait. Come on. There we go. The switch is very sticky. I don't know. Let's turn this off. There we go. Close that. Should we take this for a test drive? I think we should. Let's do it. Let's take this for a quick run, and then we're done. All right. Let's just see what it does. We'll leave the traction control on. I mean, surprisingly, it seems to be running decent. It wasn't running so well a few minutes ago. It was kind of rough. And these people, you got to watch out. They'll pull out right in front of you, man. They do not care. So you got to really watch out when you're out here. All right. Any traffic? No. Let's see how it does over some bumps. Not too shabby. I was concerned that we'd have some rubbing in the back end because of how low this thing sits to the ground. But I don't hear any rubbing. I'm surprised. It actually seems to be running and riding relatively well. The clutch feels strong. Yeah, okay. One more bump, and then we'll get onto the test track. I mean, it's harsh. It's definitely harsh, but yeah, we can do this. This is not too bad. Now, unfortunately, since it's the 5-valve, it's not going to be super impressive when it comes to horsepower and things of that nature, but regardless, we're going to let this car, who's way down there, get on up here, and then we'll hit the throttle and see what it does. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, very slow. You can hear the blow-off valve. Yeah, you can hear the blow-off valve. Unfortunately, we only got up to 50. That was honestly pretty bad. It's got no guts at all. So she probably needs a little bit of work, guys. Check engine lights on, so who knows what it's on for. Let's see if we can do a little better this time. really. Not really. It's sad. Yeah, that's anemic. It's very, very anemic. Pretty sure that we've got an aftermarket blow-off valve on this because I don't think from the factory they go phew, phew. Usually these things are relatively quiet, but you know, it runs. Oh, it pops. Okay. The exhaust pops a little bit. I mean, I don't know how I just did that, but or how to do it again for that matter, but let's. Will it do it again? No, it won't. That figures. Okay. Let's put this thing back where we got it. I don't think I want this. This to me is probably going to be nothing but trouble. I wanted you guys to see that I did roll up the windows. All right, both the windows are rolled up. We'll put it in gear. I got the e-brake up, although I don't know if the e-brake is even doing anything at this point. Yeah, you know, if this thing was like, hey, give me $1,200 for it, all day long, I'd give $1,200 for it. I'd play with it, I'd have fun with it, and then I'd send it down the road. But, you know, unfortunately, this is going to be one of those, someone probably thinks it's worth more than it is, and honestly, it looks like a huge headache to me. That's it, guys. We're done. I hope you all enjoyed this video today. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Drop those comments below. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.